Hello, impact makers. Amelia Hirschfield here. I help those very brave people who are making a difference become more resilient so they can make a bigger impact. This looks like being less affected by stress, anxiety, all those hangups that can come as you are a business owner, as you are impacting the world, trying to make a big contribution. There's lots of things that can get in your way as you go towards that big vision. And something that can definitely slow you down if you are trying to help people in a big way, if you have a big vision, is that you are reactive to things that aren't helpful for you long term. And the struggle with this is your reactions you think are normal, and you don't see that they are actually slowing you down. So what am I talking about here? I'm talking about getting really frustrated about a team member and talking about it to your partner for days and days and days and days and days. I'm talking about feeling really frustrated with someone and not talking to them about it and just avoiding them and hoping that you won't get triggered. I'm talking about challenges with your mother that bleed over into your personal life, your work life, your daily life. I'm talking about poor boundaries that you get then frustrated with, and you're exhausted, and then you blow up on your family because you struggle to say no. So there are lots of things that people get reactive to, that as you remove the reasons that you're reactive to these things, you become a lot more still, you become a lot stronger, you become a lot more resilient. So then going and making these big steps that you are born to do and you're meant to be doing anyway becomes a lot easier, because you're less swayed by like, oh, this person is acting like a jerk, and you don't have to get caught up in it, and then you're frustrated about it for a week and all your energy is like going out the door. Oh, I can't believe they said this. I can't believe they said this. I can't believe they said this. I should have done this differently. So the less you spend focusing on how you could have done things differently, or being frustrated with other people, being frustrated with yourself, your job becomes so much easier. And that's something that I don't think people are understanding. It's like they're coming after these like band-aid approaches rather than going for like, no, how can I be less reactive in this situation? Because the less reactive you are, the stronger you are, the more valuable you are, the better you can think when shit hits the fan. The more resilient you are, the more you are able to be yourself rather than controlled by other people. The less drama you'll want to play. So you won't be interested in drama. You won't be interested in bullshit. You won't be interested in this shit that people want to busy yourself with, because you are so much more stronger. You're like, I don't have time for this. I'm focusing on this goal. And I'm not saying you'll get to the point that you'll ever be perfect. There's always going to be something. But each time you clear out one of these, you spend less time focusing on stuff that really doesn't matter, even though it can feel important. But just because it feels important, it feels like a big deal, doesn't mean that it is. And this is really tough for people who've had a lot of trauma, who don't know what a healthy relationship is, who don't know what a healthy relationship with your teammates are. So like not overgiving if you're overgiving all the time, if you're attracting unhealthy partners that aren't giving any time and attention to yourself, if you don't feel worthy, if you struggle to know your worth, these are all signs that you might be reacting to stuff that is slowing you down. And the less you're slowed down, the more impact you can make. And that's my philosophy in life. That's what I believe to be true. And the more I remove these hooks from myself, the happier I am, the easier it is to make an impact. The more I'm feeling like I'm making an impact, the more I'm feeling like myself, the more I'm feeling free, life gets a lot better. So if you want some help with that, reach out to me. If you're like, I am like over being reactive to this stuff. It's slowing me down. It's really not good for you either. It's not good for your body. It's not good for your mind. It's not good for your heart. It's not good for the people you're trying to help. So you can do everyone a service, become less reactive to stuff. And that's where so much of the gold comes in life. Yep. So things that you can do with becoming less reactive is really working with someone, because until you know where you're reactive and where how you're being reactive and how it's not serving you, you're going to keep playing out these patterns, because to you it makes sense, and to you it's how life is. And until you have someone who knows how to do that like I do, and has done it for themselves. So I'm not talking about people who will just kind of tell you what to do based on what they think. It's like, no. What's your experience with this? And how have you helped yourself with this? And I've done this for 6 years. And if I could show you guys where I was 6 years ago and where I am now, it's a totally different person, and where I'll be in another 6 years of this work. So yeah, so get yourself some help. If you want to explore what that looks like with me, I would be happy to help you understand how you're standing in your way and what you can do about it. So remember, the less reactive you are, the more impact you can make. So, and I will see you in the next video.